Welcome to the bleeding tutorial for the Lewis LV4 hydraulic disc brake. First, you'll need to prepare a 3mm Allen key, a T10 Torx key, your bite point adjuster, mineral oil, a bleed kit, some alcohol for cleaning, a rag, and we also recommend that you wear gloves during the process. First thing is to set the brake lever in a horizontal position relative to the ground. Next, ensure that the lever reach is wound all the way out and that the bite point adjuster is also wound all the way out. Next step is to remove the wheel, and then we can remove the brake pads from the caliper, making sure not to lose the safety clip or the bolt. Once the brake pads have been removed, we can insert the bleeding blocks that were provided with the brake. Next step is to remove the primary bleed port using the T10 Torx key, being careful not to lose the O-ring. We can then attach the M5 threaded adapter, which comes with the bleed braking kit, and then attach the oil funnel, ensuring it is in the closed position, like so. Next, draw the mineral oil into the syringe, attach the connector, and ensure that the oil is all the way full to the end of the connector. Next, we're going to unscrew the bleed port on the caliper using the T10 Torx key, being careful not to lose the O-ring, and attach the M5 adapter, same as on the lever. We then attach the syringe to the adapter and temporarily seal the tube. Next step is to open the oil funnel and the syringe tube and allow any air bubbles to naturally come back into the syringe and rise to the top. Once all bubbles have risen to the top, we can push down on the syringe, pushing the oil through the system, and we should see air bubbles appear at the top as they're expelled from the system. Note, if the oil is dirty, it should be removed and clean oil should be run through until there are no air bubbles and only clean oil is appearing at both ends. We can then pump the lever several times to make sure there are no air bubbles whatsoever remaining. We can push the oil back and forward until we're happy that all the air bubbles have been removed. We can now seal the oil funnel, remove the syringe, remove the M5 adapter, and replace the caliper bleed port screw, making sure not to over-tighten. Next step is to seal the oil funnel and remove it from the adapter. We now unscrew the secondary bleed port using the same T10 Torx key and apply drops of oil to fully top up the reservoir. At this point, it's also advised to gently touch the lever to ensure the oil goes fully inside the reservoir and is completely full to the brim. We can then seal the secondary bleed port. Now we can remove the bleed blocks and replace the brake pads. A quick clean with alcohol to ensure that there's no oil contaminating. Replace the brake pads and the circlip. From here, we can also replace the wheel. At this stage, we can test the lever. It should be a nice feel. We should see the oil moving inside the open reservoir port. We can add further drops of oil to top it up completely until it is right to the brim. At this stage, remove the M5 adapter, seal the primary bleed port, and then wipe the brake down with alcohol and a cloth to ensure it's totally clean. All that's left is to adjust your lever to your preferred angle, the lever reach to your preferred position, and the bite point to your preferred position. After testing the brake, it should feel nice and solid. If you have any issues, please contact your local Lewis dealer for support.